Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream. I am not 100% prepared as always. Something I forget. Yes, music orang. Actually, that's correct. Been listening to a ton of orang lately. Gonna listen to some tracks on shuffle today. Let's just get that going. Actually, last time I listened back to one of my streams, I was a little surprised as to how loud the music gets, so I decided to turn it down a little bit more than usual. And we are now good to go. We're going to be redstoning today. I'm of course going to give it a moment for everyone to... Oh, noise in my ear immediately. Let's go check that out while we wait for things to kick off here. We've already got a little crowd of people over here. We've got Grizzly Scientist. What's going on there? He's a grizzly bear now. Also a radioactive bear, by the looks of it. Let's go and check out what the message was. It's Phil71994. Long time no see. He says, "Hey X, have not been able to catch you streaming in a long time, and same goes for this one, but I will watch it tonight on YouTube. Have a great day." Thank you so much, Phil. It's a shame you can't watch it here with us right now live, but do appreciate the donation, and yeah, of course, enjoy it later on today. And another noise in my ear, Commander Alien resubscribing for 3 months in a row. Thank you so much for the epic hype. Just got to say, 10 people resubscribed while I was away, which is absolutely amazing. So thanks to each and every one of you. Really do appreciate it. And we're going to be having some fun today, that's for sure. We're going to be doing some redstoning. I've been so in the redstone zone lately, and just not enough time to actually do as much redstone as I'd like. So today I was supposed to do Terratech, and I didn't remember until people were asking for it in chat. So we're not doing Terratech, we're doing this, because unfortunately, like I said, I forgot. Not really had too much time to prepare myself. Basically, I built this on the plot world, and then it didn't work. And I'm a little, confused as to how it didn't work, because I think maybe, something in Spigot bugged out, because basically I could put items... No, come back! Oh, there's also some withers here, apparently. What's this? There's an X-wither, a Fozzie wither, and a Fozzie wither, and I'm not too sure who this person is. Why are they powered? They should actually, Oh, there's glowstone. You can't put redstone... Yeah, you can put redstone on glowstone. Wait, something's really different there. Oh, they're supposed to be torches. Ah, now it makes sense. These torches would have popped off, by the way, because I was doing some world edit and I noticed that the torches got messed up, so I didn't realise there were ones there. Yes. Okay, right, so that's off by default. We've established that. And now we want to put something... Oh, it's already putting things in. Now, this comparator doesn't turn on. And I could have swore when I did this the first time on the plot world here, it turned on. I can't get my head round how I've managed to mess that up, but obviously it doesn't. It doesn't do it on Hermitcraft, and we need to fix this thing. So, to explain what we're doing, we're fixing this. If you're looking at it and going, "What is that, X? I don't even know what this is." I get that you're fixing it, but what is it? That's unnecessary, that. It is from Hermitcraft. We have our items coming through the top, and this is a sorting system right here. This bit works just fine. And then it goes into a delivery system for minecarts. This is the bit that doesn't work because we can't detect them. Dewey12345678 in chat says that we need a detector rail. You're absolutely right. That's the next thing I was going to establish is, bam, we need one of those. And then it will detect. No, it doesn't. So it doesn't detect through a block. It will detect like this. Or not. Why is that not detecting? Is it because that's not powered by that? It turns on that rail? What? Is there something funky going on right here? I think there's something funky going on. Let's just... So that should definitely be able to... Oh, it's got nothing in it. I thought there was cobblestone going. Okay, yep, right. So why was that turned on? What's powering the second one? It's actually probably the detector rail, isn't it? Fascinating. So, this detector rail can be connected in that direction, but because there's something on it, it powers what's adjacent to it. Huh, that's, yeah, that makes sense. I just never thought it would work like that. So, if we're going to have detector rails here, that wouldn't even matter. I've completely forgotten what I was thinking about doing. Jacko MC says, "It's certainly a bug. What version are you playing?" We're playing 1.8. I don't think it is a bug. I think... wait. Oh, once again the items have disappeared. Let's put... Oh. Yeah, I thought... Wait a minute, that's all full up. Oh! Does that... Because it gives off power, it actually locks the hopper above it? And if we give it perhaps a little bit of a nudge, if we put it there, is it actually the hopper pointing into it? It is. It is. It's actually managing to give the items to that bit. Now it's powering the hopper above it, which also locks it. That's why things weren't going into it. Interesting stuff. So our challenge is to try and rebuild this in a similar amount of space. We may end up needing a design, or the design, to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, Bootsy Vanden in chat saying the hopper is powered. You're absolutely right. And I know... Oh, I just thought of a way we can do this. Ah, delicious hot tea. Freshly prepared. That reminds me, by the way, pre-stream song, because I was making me a cup of tea, was Rollins' band Shine. For any of you that like that song, extremely like motivational and inspirational song. Yeah, Rollins' band Shine. Go and check that one out. One of my favourite songs of all time. Absolutely love it. Love the message of it as well. It's like really empowering and positive and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I forgot to mention it at the beginning of the stream, didn't I? Right, so let's pull away from what we're doing right here and build a second line. And I think the way we're going to do this is like so. We're going to have our detector rail come up like this. I just updated it, that was silly. We can have a hopper point into this bit here. We might solve this pretty quickly if this works. So hopper points into it like that. And then what you need is a block here to stop the detector rail. Now normally what you do is you push that in from the side, but what we could do is do it from up above, I think. Panox ACV says, hello X, hello buddy, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the giveaway codes, which I absolutely messed up. I don't know how that happened, right? I can now talk about this, because last stream we did a giveaway, and I pasted the codes into chat. Big fail on my behalf. What I don't understand is that I copied the codes to my clipboard, pasted them to my moderator. Let's do it like this. This is the codes, and this is the moderators over here. So I copied the codes, I gave them to the moderators. Then I copied something else, and you know, doing it with blocks is silly. I copied something else and I put it into chat. And then I tried to copy something else, and when I pasted that into chat, it pasted what I copied before. That's what had me scratching my head about that whole thing. Like, obviously I goofed, but I don't know what the hell happened there. And I gave away the codes in chat by mistake, and it all got messed up. Yeah, silly me. Yes, anyway, what am I trying to say here? After a certain amount... Oh wait, no, this might not be that straightforward, actually. Can we detect... like this, the contents of... this isn't going to be as straightforward. There's several ways we can do this, so we're just going to start off by trying to detect what's in the minecart chest. So that goes through there and it gets stuck there until this block is retracted, and that is very interesting. Is it actually pulling... So the contents of what's here can be pushed into the block below or detected through? And you can do it to the side. Is that real? I feel like I'm missing something here. No way can that be real. Let's go check it out. Redstone, says Asuma's dad. Yep, we're doing some redstone. No, it's getting something different here. It's just getting the activator rail powering the block. So that means we can detect if a minecart is here, but we can't detect the quantity of items within it. And I don't think there's really any way here. Let me explain why. In order for us to move the minecart out after we've, you know, done some things with it, it needs to have a powered rail, because you can turn that on, and with a block next to the powered rail, let's say that one was it would shoot off when it gets powered. Now because it's not, because it's that, it's just going to sit there. The minecart chest won't do anything. Let's get a torch. So we put the torch there, nothing happens. If that's a powered rail, it's going to shoot off the edge. Which I don't really need to demonstrate, but I'm going to do anyway. Yeah, so that's the problem with this thing right here. So if we are going to use an activator rail for that, there's nothing we can do with it, because you have to pull it off from the side, so we can't make it tileable. Therefore, that being an activator rail is sort of a redundant feature. We may as well have it as a powered rail and do something different to all of this. So I think the way that we're going to have to make this work is by creating some sort of system for allowing enough items to go into this minecart down below. How can I explain it? So if we have chests back here and we can't interact with this thing directly, we have to detect that items are coming through here. And I think the way you might do that is with some sort of lock system. So something like, let's say when this is full up, this thing is full. Oh my god, how are we going to do that? Because we need, in order to say... Oh no, we do it with signal length. Okay, so when this thing is full, and we have not got a lot of room to work with here, or partially full, that's going to extend to a certain distance. Okay, so we're using the same principle as the whole item filter thing. So then when it gets to there, we need to lock what's behind it, and then allow no more items in. Is that making sense? Victor W7 says, just signed in, what is the problem? The problem is that this system over here doesn't work because something weird happened and the comparators turned on when I was testing it. Even if you have detector rails here, you can't detect like the minecart chest contents through these comparators and through a block. That's not how it works. Use a hopper timer with the same amount of items as you need to send it to the minecart. You see, that's an okay idea, but the problem is that the items that come into this system are going to be in different quantities, and we're going to have different amounts sitting inside of... How have the item filters dropped out of there? That's probably... Oh, look, when I've been world editing, these have all popped off. So there's supposed to be torches there. Interesting. Yeah, so what we want to do then, let's go back to this idea. It's a little bit difficult to talk about it and think about it at the same time. We want the items to pour into here, but we want it to be locked so that when it drops down we know, aha, we're onto something here. Let me explain. Let's get ourselves a minecart chest. So this thing arrives, it's got no items in it, and we can't detect how many items it has in. But when it's sitting like this, we know that items are going to be flowing out. So if this right here is already locked, or maybe not that bit, maybe it's just, you know, this hopper itself, that would actually not work. Let's say this hopper is locked, then no more items can go into this one right here. So when the signal strength drops, because items have moved from this one to that one, we can then power it and say off you go. So it sends a little bit at a time. Ideally, I'd like to do that in a way where we could send a lot at one time, but that might be tricky. Also, having the signal strength drop wouldn't work in a tileable design, I think. Or would it? If the signal strength... Let's say all of these are powered to the end. When this one drops by 1, that one isn't going to power to the side. Actually, that does work with the same principle. Okay, so we're onto something here. I'm new here. What are you building, X? Says Floris VR123. We're building a system for basically what we have is an item filter up here. We're taking 5 different types of items and we want to send them to their destination using minecart chests. So we've got this tileable design, which is part of the challenge because we want to fit it in this small space. We could do this, you know, with lots of space very easily, but we're challenging ourselves. And the problem is that I built it based on a little bit of a bug where, like this one right here, the comparator was getting a signal from this minecart chest, which actually doesn't work in vanilla, and I don't know why it happened on here. So we are now trying to create a system that will work, and we're sort of onto one idea. If any of you have ideas, you can suggest them in chat. I am looking at chat constantly. Biffa's Teapot wants to know, how do I get to the Asuma Stadium? You type /warp Asuma, and you'll be at the front of the stadium. You can see like people flying over from the front, which is over there, and everyone's hanging out over here, watching us do some redstone. Mojo Beasts Minecraft says, hoppers pull before they push, so won't they always be full while the chest above is full? Yeah, that's why we lock the hopper, so that we limit the amount of items going into it. Let's try and hook this up a little bit. I mean, we don't have to get to the solution in an instance. If we play around with this, it might not be the correct way to do it, but we'll learn something. So, problem I see immediately is that we drop down the redstone in order to send the signal, to get one from it, sorry, because of the nature of redstone there. If we do this, actually what we can do is put a redstone torch. We now have to figure out ways to get the signal to move. We can do that, we can put it to the side, maybe with a cauldron, a comparator. If we put a block... I can't seem to select the right thing. If we put a block directly above it, it'll be powered. So one lower, and we'll create, you know, the buggy clock thing. If this was then a block with a comparator on top, we could transfer the signal, but no. Let's see. So this could also... Oh no, it couldn't. I think this might just be the way to do it. So that was a cauldron. Oh look, if that was a cauldron, that would work just fine. I think that would work. I got a message in chat, didn't quite read it all. X, why not put the comparator next to the minecart chest? Because that would mean we can't make it tileable. There's no space to put them pointing out the side like this. That's why we have to come up with something weird and odd. But doing stuff like this is fun. I like it. There may be other ways of doing things, but if ever someone wants to build, you know, a side-by-side delivery system like we've done, then we've already figured out the solution. Okay, so now, when the signal strength reaches full, this retracts. So it's going to reach full when this has got more items in it. We actually want it to work the opposite way around, I believe. And that is tricky. I think... Let's say we put some redstone here and it's powered. If we have a piston just directly next to it, like that, it's powered. That wouldn't be the best example. That... Oh no, that's not bulb powered? Oh, it's not, is it? Oh, excellent. So we can tile these side by side. That means we can lower the piston. Is that actually going to be useful for us, though? Because it's extended now. Yes, that will be what we want. It took me a second to see that. No, it won't. Oh, and that powers that, which is no good at all. So this whole thing probably needs to be over a little bit. Which we can always find a way to make work. Something like that might work. You might need to update it with another piston. I love Spleef says, oh, X, so confusing, I got to go. Alright, thanks for watching. Why don't you just let the minecart fill up and take the bigger strength from the hopper on top that's filling it up to the second minecart? Detroit, you got to think about how this thing is being used. There's always items, well not always, but there's the potential for items to always be in here, so this can be full. So imagine that everything above it is full. When this thing gets filled up, we have no way of detecting that it's full. Therefore, we need to create a system above it that controls the items and detects them that way. Like, we need a certain amount of items to get into the bit below and then lock the bit above, right? So then there's like a buffer of items sitting there ready to be delivered. Then we detect when those items have been moved into the next thing, which is the minecart chest. It's kind of like really difficult, actually. It might not even be possible. And a lot of people asking for the IP in chat. It is play.asumavoid.com. Ice Slippery Nugget says, how was your day, Asuma? I hope you had an awesome day. I'm having a great day. Thank you for asking. Hope you're having a good day yourself. This thing is going to be tricky, though. I'm feeling it now. I'm seeing several issues emerging. And we can't even get the basics down. So, taking a step back here, we want that piston to be there, which we could do... Right, the issue here is, let's say we were to raise the redstone here by 1 block. then this block's in the way. So the gap is the same, and I don't know how we would invert. Oh, I guess we could use a repeater at the end. That would also work. Let's actually just do it like this. Or a comparator, since we got that to hand. So that now is the inverted of what we created before. And this should have the right signal flow. So how are we going to... Ha! That needs to... Oh! If I bring it back by 1, then the redstone's going to be underneath this block. So in general, we should probably just make that 1 block higher for now. And do what we did before. Something like that. Is that going to work? No, we definitely need something more like that. Right, so now what we need to do is put, a ridiculous amount of items, and then that's going to take it immediately. Let's put the items in first. What are you making, says Jasper. I'll tell you what, every now and then I'm going to have to periodically update all of you. This is 1.8, by the way. Okay, that's too much in the hopper. Okay, there we go. Right, that is a primed example of how this works. We power the one in front. So now we lock the system from any more items entering it. So let's say this is our chest up above. And Jasper, I will get back to you. I'm just in the middle of the zone right now. In the middle of the zone. Problem here being that items would still be passing through, but if we do it like this, it'll only be single items. Plus, items like this that have bigger signal strength won't be coming through. It'll be singular items. So Spasny says that the piston can't push a hopper. I'm not trying to do that. Where we've been moving things around, I've just lost track of something, that's all. See, it just needed moving back a block. So, items are going to come into here. They're going to get locked when they reach the cap for how many we'll want to hold. So then when items are taken from the minecart chest, the signal strength decreases. This unlocks, at which point we want to send a signal to the bottom as well, and that will send the minecart chest on its way. Problem with this system is that it's not going to do a lot of items at once. It's going to do literally the equivalent of 1 signal strength. So now what we need, I think, is a falling edge detector, and we need to make it 1 wide and drop down to the area below. We might be able to do it if that gets powered. And what's going to happen here, let's think about this for a second. That's going to get pulled up when the signal strength goes down. Let's think about this. Right, you get power when signal strength goes down. It also stays powered, and then when the items flow back into the system, signal strength goes up, and then it gets retracted. No, yes, it gets pushed down, so the signal strength, or signal, just turns off. So what we can then do is get power to... I think we can put it directly onto that block without messing with anything. Let's try this. Redstone goes there. Do the expensive way. Actually, that's not too expensive, is it? Okay, that in theory works, I think. I really think that would actually work. Can we control click stuff in this update? What happens if I control click the chest? Oh, we can. Excellent. That's great. This chest right here is amazing. It's full of cobble. It's what we need for testing. Right, so let's evaluate what happens here. Let's take out this. Cobble can come down into this area. Before long it'll fill up. Also, the bottom is powered. No, is that correct? That's turned off, so any minecart chest would come back here. Now here's a problem. If a minecart chest is sitting underneath there right now, the items are just flowing through. So that actually needs to be powered. Okay, there you go. There's a problem with this. So when it locks, because there's enough items in here, it also turns that on immediately, which is not what we want. We want that to be turned on when this is dropped, and we want it to be turned on all the time when it's not. Oh, this is really confusing. Oh, I don't know. Blocky says, hey X, if you aren't going back to Terratech for a while, I'd love to see a new series of Infinifactory. They actually got back to me, and I'm going to continue doing Terratech because they fixed my save file for me, so all good there. Baymax Turbo says, you are playing Minecraft on Hermitcraft. I am. We're playing on the Hermitcraft streaming group. If you click on it, you can see everyone else in the group as well. So, who's got any ideas for this then? We need different behaviour from the redstone at the bottom. I'm not sure if it's entirely possible, and I do think we have a bit of a problem with the minecart chest being able to come through here. It doesn't feel right. I feel like maybe this entire tangent is a little bit off the path. Victor says, can you make it go on a timer? We could make it go on a timer, but I think the same problems arise. Python is in chat. Hello, buddy. Welcome back. Smoman says, do you like tea? I do. I've got a cup of tea right here. Our agent Scarface says, hey, X, how long are you streaming for? At least like another hour, maybe longer. I really want to get this finished. I'm just starting to wonder if I have the know-how to do this. See, there's a lot of variables to think about with this, like, you know, when the minecart is sitting there, and I don't know how to do this. Might have to take a step back here and think about it. Let's say that this thing was locked, right? Then whenever the minecart chest sits here, that's fine. That's absolutely fine because it's locked, nothing's going to go into it. So then when this reaches a certain inventory size, we can get a signal strength, and then perhaps that's when we choose to unlock this. At which point we'd also need to lock the one above it so that no more stuff comes into it. And then, finally, when this is empty, we can set it on its way. Hey, that sounds like something that would work. Let's give that a try. That has some promise. I'm sure it's going to be difficult, or I've overlooked something. You just want to keep all the different variables in mind, really, because there's always something you forget about that's important. Like the flow of items coming in, or what the minecart chest is doing. So this space needs to be reserved for a piston to toggle that. Okay, then we have our chest, and that's now full of cobblestone, which is actually not going into there. And then we have, let's say, our second. And let's do a little test here. Can you open? Oh, you can. Interesting. Right, so second hopper that gets locked, and second piston, like that. Okay, so let's think about this again. Minecart chest is going to sit there. I think I see the problem. We need to get... this is tricky. We need to get a signal... Or sorry, we need to get a comparator signal from this. How can we pull that off? Because the comparator would go there where the piston is. And that piston we can't move from below. We could actually have two hoppers here and it'd be one higher. It doesn't have to, that doesn't have to be the last hopper. Oh dear. Iceburn says, why not use a detector rail on a diagonal instead of reading the hopper? And place a piston at the top. We went over that already. The reason why we're not going to use that is because... what was the reason? We still can't detect the items inside. Like, there's absolutely no reason to use a detector rail, because the only way to get the information from it is to have a comparator pointing off of the side. And this is a one-wide design. That's why we're not doing that system. Is it possible to join this service as Altoid2K15? It is. play.asumavoid.com is the IP address. /warp-asuma to get over here. Let's see. So this idea feels like the most promising. We can possibly get the signal here through other means. So let's say we're actually getting the signal there for other means. Let's put this here. We're not going to use a direct transfer just yet. Let's say we do it like this. That would also probably need to have a torch somewhere down there, yeah. So then we can power this block. Yeah, we can put, basically what I'm saying is we can put another piston, let's say here, you know, facing downwards, and then it transfers the signal. So it may be possible to make this one wide and get our signal across and get a signal out. For now, we'll just do that. There's multiple ways of moving the signal there. Right, and that's made it like massive as well, by the way, I'd like to point out. So, what are we doing again? When that sits... Oh, that's just a chest. When our minecart chest sits on here, it can't receive anything because that's locked. That's excellent. So, it's not going to unlock until this has a certain amount of items in it, which is going to come from the signal strength of this, which can be tileable. So let's say we go for, I don't know, 4 lots like that. Then this is unlocked until that has the right amount in it. Right, this is tricky, man. I've got to chat to you guys. I've got to keep track of all these different ideas and look at chat. Vote for Sympathy says, X, does this have a build limit or just free building? If you're referring to the server, you can claim a plot and you can build lots of stuff. There are restrictions to make the server playable. But you can do most aesthetic building and lots of redstone as well. How do I get to what you're building, says Altoid2K15. Just type /warp Asuma and then you'll be able to get over here. Okay, so let's do this one step at a time. When that has enough signal strength, we want to lock what's at the top. So that's relatively straightforward because we've kind of already done that. We just want one of these, I think. There will be a comparator at the end to point into it to say you've got enough signal strength. That's when we use the cauldron to transfer the signal. Can we actually fit that in? We can. I really wish, like, creative mode, you could just have more slots here. I know it's like 1 to 0 on the keyboard, but like, look at all this screen space. Just give me more stuff. I can quickly scroll to it, and that would be amazing. And this thing, when it's full, I think gives out 3 or 4 pieces of signal strength. So you can actually tile this, I think, like that, and it would have the same effect, although the last bit would be bub powered, so that might not be how we make it tileable, but that's the concept, right? This thing has enough items in it, so therefore we're going to lock the hopper above. So now what we need to do is unlock the hopper below, and then there's another layer of tricky here, because we don't want this minecart to leave until this is empty, I think. Oh, it's so tricky. Oh, DJ Reflex wants to know what I'm trying to build. Do you know what? Like, I've had to explain it so many times. This is a like tileable delivery system. We filter out items here. This is an item filter, and we put them into these chests, and the minecarts come along and pick them up and send them on their way. We're trying to do that tileable, but we're trying to make a system where we make sure that the minecart gets a reasonable amount of items into it and then goes on its way. Elite Vape says, what is this accomplishing? You know, like, it's a challenge, it's fun, it's a puzzle that we solve with Redstone. The thing that we're achieving is that we have this in our base, and it works, you know, it's like delivers different items to different parts of my base. There's many ways that I could do that. I have chosen to do it this way, and I like the fact that there is now a challenge that has come from that. Just makes it a little bit more interesting. In my opinion, it does. Yeah, and I'm looking at this and I'm seeing ways that I could compact it already and mess around with it, but this is the part where I'm struggling now. So we've locked the top because we've got enough items going into it, and now we need to unlock the bottom but not power this bit. And how would we know when to power it? How would we know? You see, we want it to unpower when this thing has run out fully. I think we might have to accept that we're going to have to work with a small signal strength, basically. Like nothing, and no, you'd have to go for 2, because 1 item is something. So we're going to have to work with this much. Which is totally doable, I think. Yeah, I think it is. So then when that drops down by 1, the items have been transferred. So maybe a hopper coming from the side of the minecart. Agent Scarface, we are making a tileable design, so we can't put anything in from the side. Therefore, we can't detect the amount of items in the minecart chest as well. Danny says, no, it keeps working. I tweeted you a hint. I will look at that in a moment, Danny, because I feel like we're almost here with this. Let's have a look. So when this lowers down the signal strength, which it would currently be doing if this was unlocked, then that would get pulled up, which would then need to lock. I think that might be it. Let's have a look. No, we run into a really odd problem here, which is that we also need this to create like a rising edge or a falling edge or something like along those lines. Right, I'm going to compact this a bit now because actually I don't think I wanted to do that. Not yet. Maybe I'll make it harder for myself. Agent Scarface is challenging. I love the build mentality. You'll get it. I hope I do. There's definitely one tricky bit to figure out here. Okay, so let's evaluate what's happening again. It's locked. It's going to be locked until enough items are transferred into down below. That's good because this is unlocked, at which point that's going to go up. So if this can make its way into that, it'll be fine. Let's get a torch. Right, but that's not what we want. We don't want the signal to be inverted. How would we do that? We can make this a slab. It doesn't have to be a full block. But then, even if we made that a slab, we can't... If we have redstone going up and pointing into this block, it won't be tileable, like side by side, because when you put redstone side by side, it doesn't point into the block in front of it. X, what happens if you run out of build space, says Vote for Sympathy. Well, with the confinements that we're sticking to, we should have enough space to build it. So if that's a slab, I think like realistically that's the only way you transfer the signal there. Therefore you have to do this twice, which would mean something like this would be it. Right? No. Wait, what? Oh, that's... Oh, and by lowering it, this is now on. Therefore, you want that now to point into this block. I guess that would be... this then. Right. Okay, so items disappear from this chest. Redstone signal lowers. This is now locked. Items are allowed to come back into our chest, and we need to send this thing on its way. So if we can fit something in here, I think we might be able to. Oh, that's bug powered. Ah, that's unfortunate. Right, so now what we need to happen, let's simulate this a little bit. Right, so items are going into minecart chest. When enough have gone in, this turns off. At the point that this repeater turns off, we want a signal to go to this bit here. If we can do that, then technically it's done and it works. We just have to compact and smarten it up. So what can we do that fits in a one wide space when this gets unpowered? And I just want to point something out quickly. Is that going to be... It's technically bug powered, right? No? Shouldn't it think it's bug powered because there's a torch up there? Well, if it doesn't, that's fine. That's a good thing for us. So now, when this piston retracts, we need to somehow get a signal. I don't think we've got enough space to do it. This is crazy. Marup says torch plus repeater. What we need, I think, is a falling edge detector. We need a Fenno right about now. He'd have the answer. Point downwards, you. Let's have a look. Right. Get that back. This actually isn't going to work. The way that you do it is... That should extend. There's redstone torches down there. I think... Is this the way? Actually, I think you're going to have to invert it. Yeah, you have to invert it. Okay, so... And I really should have used like a proper input here. Okay, so it's on, and when it turns off, it gives you an output. I don't know if you quite saw it there. It turns off. So that's that. We have to come up with that fits into that small space. What are you making? Says YOLO McSwaggins. We're making a one-wide minecart loader thingy-majigger that can only be done this crazy weird way. Dropper plus hopper, pair for falling edge. Giga on there, yeah. I never think to use those. I see a lot of other redstoners making use of this, and it's one of those things that still isn't quite in my like little skill set, I guess you could say, because that's what redstone is. You have knowledge of what things can do, and it becomes a skill set for solving problems like this. So what we have to do is put a comparator on this side, is it? Yeah, because the hopper is instantly going to send something back. So when it receives... now this is almost what we want. Fortunately, it's not going to be quite. But we can set up a simulation. We also need a singular item to go in here. We've got a noise in my ear. I'll check that out in a second, of course. This is also locked at the moment, which is something I didn't think about. So, okay. No, it's just being laggy. That's probably not the way to do it then, is it? I think the problem here is that you need one of these before it to make it work the way we want to. Let's get a piece of redstone and a button. Oh, do I need a repeater there? Okay, so we press the button. Yeah, and it creates a temporary pulse. I need to look at that more. Probably not getting it right. So we've got a message here from Dark Solid X saying, love your videos and the things you do for the community. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for the donation, buddy. Do hope you're having a good time watching the stream, and thank you for the kind message. This is crazy, this little... Oh, hello, we've got a wall of people over here hanging out. I like this chap over here. He's a Wither King. Yeah. So, I've got a feeling I might not have gotten this correctly. X, dispenser facing upwards and hopper facing downwards. Okay, that is an alternative that I've seen. Same thing as before though, isn't it? Like, the item's just going to go up and down again. What are we trying to achieve here again? When the redstone turns off, we want a pulse. Therefore, if we actually just invert what's going on here, we might get what we want. So, redstone be on, and it's already done it. Oh no, the redstone would be on. Hang on, let's let's do this properly. Right, the redstone that's on is this redstone. Okay, yeah. So then that turns off, and then it creates a signal. Okay, so we have to invert what we've got here, which is done with a single redstone torch. Now with a tiny bit more space this might be possible. The torch could technically just be going directly into this, and then you have your comparator on the other side, and that comparator we want to point into this block right here. So let's put our comparator in place. Let's put our dropper and hopper combo. Now these things might be getting bug powered and such by what's around it. In fact, they very much are. So if this was there, And that torch was there. And the world was so slightly different. I don't know. Is this going to work? When we moved that there, we turned this on, right? Didn't we? Because it was pointing up. Therefore, that torch was off. That torch is still going to be off, like that, right? I've got a feeling we did that and it was the wrong... No, something's wrong here. That's supposed to be off. That doesn't change it. Oh, okay, I'm thinking if we put a torch here, it will turn that one off. No. We need... Like, if this right here was powering that and that was turned off, amazing. If we can make that work in this short space, we might have enough room to do this. Unbelievable, this stuff. So again, inverting the signal here looks kind of tempting, doesn't it? If this is off right now, then we have... Oh no, we have not, because we want that to be turned on. No, this we need our signal right now to be turning that on. Unless we can double invert it, which we can't if it's one block higher. There's got to be a way to do this. So having it not there is a good thing, because we're going to power these and that's going to make it complicated. Change that to a slab. Oh, and I was thinking about compacting some bits here as well. I think actually this double chest, I was looking at compacting that. That's actually going to be a good thing. That's going to help us here. Does he look at chat, says the Red Turtles? I do. I do look at chat. I also do a lot of thinking though. X, can't you run the repeater directly into the hopper? That will give you a bit more space to work with. We've got two signals here though. We've got one that goes up to the top and one that goes to the hopper. So we'll probably try and end up with something like that. But we've got to get that to there first. I can't think of anything that's going to do it. I mean, a piston would, but we'd need more space to include all the bits and bobs. What if we were to move this back by one and have a block and shuffle things around? Two redstone block over two pieces of dust into an inverter. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Right, so that's bud powered. That means that it's going to be tricky to move this and make it different. So what I think you're suggesting is that we have a piston there, we have a redstone block, and then the dust down below. It might work, but we can't power that one at that height. Yeah. Just place redstone dust at the block that is placed by the comparator. Johnny Pine, we can't do that because this is a tileable design and redstone goes across like that. Therefore it doesn't point into the redstone torch. And that is the problem. Redstone dust on top if the block in front of your comparator. Oh, it's the same suggestion. X, could you turn it around? Turn what in particular around? Can you play Ark with a GTX 960? Unfortunately, I have the GTX 9... Is it 70? Yeah, I got the 970, so sorry, not going to be able to do that. Oh, we are almost there though. Like, this is so close. We just need to stick at it. I guess... I guess what we should look at is this being... Like, this is perfect right here. Like, this is... Like, that's the solution, except we need this to be one block lower or one block higher. Is there any way to do that? If we make it one block lower, it's not going to get powered, is it? If we put redstone there, it's going to transfer the signal strength, so it shouldn't be breakable tileable. Now it's going to be in the right place, I think. Let's put that in there. Yeah, I think we might be onto something here. Let's put a block of redstone there. Right, and then this comes back by 1 block. That also solves the signal strength problem up the top here that we had to come back to, because that's going to be exactly 3. That means that works tileable. Okay, so let's go over this again. This is locked because we're emptying items into the chest down below. It's locked because enough items went into it that it activated our redstone signal. Okay, that has now unlocked the hopper at the bottom, which is exactly what we want. And when enough items have left this chest for this signal strength to decrease, it's going to get unlocked at the top, which is good. This is going to pull up, which is going to lock the bottom one, and if it then creates a signal here, it's done. Okay, so let's simulate that by breaking this. And it didn't do it! Why didn't it make one? It's something here's like bud powering it. Oh no. Oh wait, no, it worked the other way around. It's powered. Oh, so we need that to be... A piece of redstone would be correct. Oh no, it wouldn't. Oh no. It almost did what we needed. Almost did what we needed. What we could do is put a small enough amount of water in here. You'd have to drink some of it with bottles that it would create a signal strength of 1, and then down here we could take that signal strength and push it into that block, which I think is how we're going to do it for now. Like so, and that should work. Let's... Ooh. Fountain of cobblestone there. Oh, and it's all... I have to clear my inventory to pick up the rest. There we go. Okay, so that has to be compacted. It really does. Like, that's too ridiculous. One way we can compact it already, we can actually move this up a block by putting a block here. But I'm not sure if that's exactly what we want. Okay, let's continue with this thing. So, going back to where we were before, to simulate this, we have to break that, and it works. Right, so now items are allowed to come in here, but they're not allowed to go into this hopper. Right, let's start doing some proper testing now, because this system appears to be ready to go. Let's middle click that and take it. Right. Pinecona 26 says, what is this going to do? It's going to go in my base and help deliver items all around it. It's part of it's part of everything. One way of compacting is calling JB, says Manharo2. That is very true. Is JB on the server? He's not. He's probably sleeping or doing something else. A lot of people on right now, which is nice to see. Redstone is missing, says the Crasher. Yes, I took that piece of redstone away. Good point. Let's put it back and do this properly. Right, so this bit here is locked. That's really important. Also, like, it's almost possible, like, if you think about it, this thing is being transferred through this long signal when it could just come from one of these by it being inverted, I think. There's so many, like, little twerks? There's so many little quirks, that's the word, to think about here. Right, so items come through from this hopper. There's loads of... In fact, what we do is we put one of those chests. Let's take all those items back. Let's take our cobblestone chest, put it on top. Okay, so items go from the filter into this. This thing is too massive, really. Like, it's fun to build. I don't know if it's ready to go on Hermitcraft yet. Okay, so items are going into this chest. First piece of redstone pad. Second bit will be pad soon, I think. Let's just put it in a bit at a time. Also, our minecart has come back from where it was before. It's empty. Okay, second one still hasn't powered. Nope. Nope. There we go. Right, and then it powers it. So, bam. Top one is locked. Bottom one is now... Oh! Oh no! We've made a clock because the items are flowing through. Oh, that's terrible! No! No! Oh, all of that, and we made a clock. I mean, that does make sense because because when it locks, like the items flow straight down. That's a delay issue though. That might be solvable with something like this. I think maybe. No, that makes the clock slower. A delay here. Oh, bravo! Did that actually fix it? I think it sorted itself out after a moment. Oh, it's because there's no more items at the top. Oh, I can't believe that. That's smelly. After all of that, we made a clock. Oh. The logic here is just frustrating. So for those of you who don't understand why this is happening, when the item flows through, it goes straight down to this one. Therefore, it's always going to be jumping between the two different signal strengths, and therefore it goes back and forth. Draken says, but would not make it one wide. It would be one wide at the moment. It's just Rube Goldberg machine. It really is. You have to have a T flip-flop at the cauldron at the bottom. Maybe. Oh, we have to go all the way back to square one again. Redstone block prevents items from entering the chest. Assumo that is not true. They'll go into there just fine, as you can see. I mean, they're entering the chest right now. Or maybe... Oh, no, that's because it's locked. Well, yeah. Okay, it's not stopping the blocks entering because it's above the chest. It's because it's powering the hopper, which is what we want it to do. So how can we get rid of that? I don't think we can. I think we have to eliminate a lot of timing. Actually, no, something here doesn't quite make sense. That I can let's start it again, because I feel like no, we sussed this out. Like what possibly went wrong here? So given its current state, it's ready to load what's at the bottom. It's the signal strength thing. It's because they run off the same one. Also, that's got... Wait, how's that got stuck like that? Oh, look. There you go. Right, and same thing happened there. Yep, and then that'll do that. So, I think they have to run off of different signal strengths in order for this to work, which might not be too tricky, because if you look at the layout here, it's not terrible. This thing can sit anywhere underneath that redstone wire. Now, the reason it sits there is because of... Like, what if it was one block further forwards? Then that would be there. Oh, no. If it was one block further forward, it would be useless. Damn it. Skidmark says, X, this may sound strange at first. Why not try a... And then doesn't say anything else. I'm going to go check Twitter. We had a tweet earlier from Danny, who said he had tweeted some sort of hint. Let's go have a look. Okay, we've got a couple of tweets from people here. Got one from John Wilkes I'm having a look at, and I think that doesn't work, John. Also, you've got like there's a piece of minecart track missing. Believe me, as someone who's had tons of things tweeted at me over time for like Redstone, it's so easy to overlook like other things about it. So Danny's sent me a design. I can't really make that out, Danny, because the screenshot's sort of zoomed out and it's hard to make everything out. I don't understand. I mean, there's no there's no hoppers or chests in that picture, so I don't know really what's that about. Got another one here from Mojo Beast. Same issue again. Lots of tweets that aren't solutions. There's a lot more to it than it looks like there is. Is what you got to think about. Yeah. Okay. Right. Back to normality there. I could possibly find the problem if I had a good look at it, says Creeper Slayer. Yeah, we'll come onto the server and have a look. It's a shame, like Fenno or JB on here. They'll probably come up with a solution. I think the solution is in this signal strength here. Like we have to do something different with it. So if we can move that forward, it could work to our favour. I'll tell you what. Let's try this. Let's get them operating off of different bits of signal strength. So what we're going to do is do that. Yeah, that'll work fine. I can go over there somewhere. Right, so this one's going to be like this. And now what we need to do is just double check. If we remove that, ha! So that is producing the same effect because this is elevated, and we can then say when that rises up, the redstone here is going to turn off. That's not what we want, unfortunately. So we would need redstone to drop onto that bit and to use a comparator. So that means this would have to have the smallest signal strength, but that would work. Yep, that would absolutely work. So when that pulls up, that creates a little bit right there. So then we need the bit from up above to operate off of a different signal strength, which is going to be tricky. Actually, what we could do, if we put that there, it's going to point into the block, which will power it. We can put a comparator on the back side. Oh no, that comparator is going to be using the same signal strength. Damn it. No, that's not going to work. Yeah, let's go back again then. See, the problem is, like, it's the third bit out, and you want it to be less than that. Okay, let's go for the fourth signal strength. How is this going to work? Like, this thing is getting ridiculously big now. So fourth signal strength. How do we turn this around? Maybe with a torch? Torch might do. Torch sends the signal up, and then we can send it across like that by pointing it around. Now it can come back over here. Like that. We wouldn't use a repeater, we'd use something a bit more reliable here for a tileable design. Right, so let's have a look at what's going on. We've inverted the signal flow. We need to invert it again for it to work properly. Right, so now let's look at what's going on. This is locked. That's correct. Items are able to come in from up above. That's good. As more items go in, the signal strength increases. So it goes up by 2. When it gets to this one here, that's when this will unlock. Oh. So if we are to do this, it has to be... Oh, I don't even know now. Because if we do 2 different signal strengths... I think this kind of works, but not the way I intended. Right, so, you know, more cobble goes in. Right, next signal strength has been reached. I'm going to take some of this for our testing purposes. Oh. Wait, did it? What just happened? I am very confused. Why is that down? It's... Why is that extended down like that? It's being bug powered by the first block, isn't it? Oh, God. Can't get a break. Can't get a break. Also, then that means that this thing... I think I've completely goofed this up at some point. I really do, because this isn't... This is supposed to be one block lower. The whole thing's supposed to be one block lower. I don't know. Jekko MC says, rage! Rage! Use a slab! I think where I moved this around, I somehow messed up the signal flow without realising it. Skip this track. CMeeks18 says, assuming you got this. Thank you for the vote of confidence, dude. Okay, can move that higher, and then it would be... If that goes one higher, then it's what we want. We can't do that. Oh man, this is tricky stuff. Right, it's letting items flow into it, that's fine. But the bottom needs to be locked. It's not going to be locked. So I think actually the reason that it kind of threw me off is because if there's items in there, it's going to be locked. But that's never going to unpower because it's budded here permanently. Yeah, that's the issue. Oh man, this is so tricky. Bug powering it is no longer the issue. The issue is it's also like the wrong... Like, I thought it was the right kind of way for it to go, but that's because it was bug powered when this wasn't... Like, that's not powered, and I'm thinking, yeah, this is the correct way for it to be, but it is powered here. That's the mistake that I've made there. Danny2222 says, the amount of logic you're doing seems overly complicated. You need to rethink the basic design and what you want from it. Yep, Danny, I think it's time to go back to square one. That's always an important thing to do with Redstone. We tried one thing, it didn't work. Let's try another one. What are we trying to achieve? I know there's people here coming in asking, so let's go back to step one. We're doing a tileable design. This means everything has to be one wide. The reason we're doing that is for a challenge and that we have limited space to fit this thing in. So we're filtering out 5 different types of items. We want them to go into minecart chests and be delivered to different parts of the base. Now what we don't want to happen is for the minecart to just come over here, get a few items and go off again. We want them to have a reasonable amount of items in them before they leave, which is why we're trying to create some sort of system to do that. So people keep mentioning timers. Now if we had timers for... Oh, we might have an idea here. Okay, let's say... When they say timers, I'm not sure what I was initially thinking of having a timer to, but let's say we have a timer for... And again, I'm not sure how we would detect this, but let's not get too into it. When this thing is here, let's say there was a timer before it got sent away again. That would actually be alright, because then the timer would determine that this gets a reasonable amount of items in it and then it goes on its way. What we don't want though is for it to just pick up like one item and then go, because it's kind of like inefficient and just have minecarts roaming around the base all the time. So if we had some sort of way of detecting that there was no items in there and that overrided the clock, then that might work. It might work. NWD Sonny says he has a working design on his plot. What was it? MW? There's no MW Sonny on the server. Okay. That being said, that means online. Let's go MWD Sonny. Oh, there we go. So what's the deal here? That's an unloader, this is a loader. Well, I can tell you immediately that the minecart is going to be stuck here because hoppers don't act as full blocks. So the answer is no. It doesn't work. Let's go over here. Need a compass. The Miner 098 says, what are you trying to make? If you were here like 2 minutes ago, I just explained it for the 10th time. Oh. Mojo Beast apparently has a working design. Let's go have a look at Mojo Beasts. Right, let's see what happens here then. So how does that work? Oh, why does that next one not get powered? Because... Oh, interesting. Oh, that's... Yeah, I get it. There's some sort of alternative tiling going on here. Where's that getting its power from? Underneath? Yeah, levers. I didn't think of doing that. If you use subtraction, I guess, yeah, that can help you determine the right amount. What is that getting its signal from? How does that work? Oh, and now we've got people in my face. Is that actually detecting what's in the minecart chest? That shouldn't work. Huh. Let's go... Oh no, wait, what am I doing? I thought we tested that earlier and it didn't work. Let's have another look. Was there another reason we chose not to do it like that? Huh. Does that work on vanilla though? Can someone let me know that works on vanilla? Because maybe that's the problem I had with this thing before. Oh, watch out. Watch out. No, go the other way. Right, so we can keep it trapped there like that. No, get out of my way now. That would require a piston up here. So I wonder if we can do it with a tileable design that doesn't use the alternative tiling. That would be interesting. Right, and obviously this track wouldn't all be detector rails, but it can flow. So this is why it works when it's up like that, is because it flows in, but then because it's trying to go down when the block's released. Also, that wouldn't work. Just realised you'd have to have it like that. Okay, so we detect how much items are in it, and then he's used subtraction. What we could do is this right here. Actually, is it me, or is that mechanic just applicable to what's going on here? Is it not? I think it is. That'd be nuts if that was the solution. After everything we've done, it's just like, oh, change this little bit to that. So if we follow the same principle here, we're basically saying when you've got enough items in you, you can leave. Oh my god. The solution is actually the first thing that I came up with. We just needed a different mechanic to make it work. It looks like we might need some slight rewiring here. If we push that up by 1, it's going to power... no, the problem now is that we need to get it to this piston, right? And then we've got the item filter to deal with. So I'm trying to go underneath, but no, we need to go up above. Okay. So how are we going to go about doing that? We can use pistons at the end, facing upwards. We probably want it to be a little bit more than 2. We go for 3. We have a piston facing up. It's got a cauldron. Oh, let's put a cauldron on it. I can't believe that. At least we've still got a challenge to work with. Okay, then we can get our signal at this height with a comparator. Comparator has now got to find its way to that piston, but there's also this here, which is right in the way. We're going to have a chain of like hoppers coming down somewhere here. So how do we get that to that? What is this song called? Says DJ Hoffy. The song is called The First Snow. The First Snow by Orang. All blocks in the stairs says, I wish I could be on the plot world. Play.sumavoid.com is the IP address. I'm assuming perhaps you know that and you can't get on. Alright, next challenge then is how do we transfer a signal through a wall? I have some ideas on how, but that's something right there. That's something right there. Let's go back to our friend's plot again, pointing us in the right direction. So their trick was to send it through a dropper. Oh, top man. There's your answer. There's your answer. Nice work, Mojo Beast. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm not going to go with the same design as yours. I think this is slightly simpler, probably bigger. Let's put a dropper in there. Problem with the dropper though is it will fire out an item. So if it faces... In the event that the inventories are full, you would lose one item, but probably not really. Let's think about it. It's going to be transferring the items out into something else when this thing fills up. Therefore, there's most likely going to be a space. So I don't think we'd call that an issue in the slightest. Okay, so now we've got our signal like this. We just need to transfer it across. 2 repeaters, no, 1 repeater would seem like the ideal way of doing it. Like that, and then we have our torch on the dropper. It's at a different height, and I see why he's done that. But we can put that there. That also sort of locks the hopper, doesn't it? Right, so now we're locking the hopper above it. No, that's not going to... Oh, wait a minute. Would that work? Was that... No, I just unpowered it. What am I on about? What am I on about? I wonder if this works with just a piston extended downwards. Let's find out. Oh, that might work. Might not need a sticky piston. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's give it a test. How are we going to do that? Like this. Oh. Wait, no, wait, it's... Oh, I'm a fool. I was looking at the dropper and thinking, that'll power the dropper. Right, so we've learnt the piston works, that's good. I've also just noticed that when this is tileable, that's not going to work. So a few more things to fix here. If we make it 1 block lower, how did we do that over... Oh, we've destroyed what we built there. Oh, we put a comparator at the end. So if we put a comparator at the end, we can make it work a little bit different. I think what we can do, though, is if we put... Can we invert something here just by having it a little bit higher up? Also, we've got to consider that there's already all of this. We want to try and fix the original design. Use slabs to go up, says Xhalo. That's an interesting idea, yeah. That's a very good idea. I like that one. Let's try using some slabs here. That will increase the signal strength as well. That should make it very tidy and compact. So we have one there. Let's also... how can I do this without breaking anything? Let's put a redstone block here and get a full signal strength temporarily. Right, and then the slab can go there. Oh, and that in itself would have been it, right? Now that's tileable. Yeah. Oh, is it? I think slabs aren't tileable like this. No, it would appear that they are. Oh, okay. I had a feeling that they might behave strange. Oh, that looks to be it, doesn't it? What happens if we break this one? It still goes up. Well, that's fantastic. That's massively compacted. That's brilliant. What's my comparator again? I've got two redstone torches and no comparators. Alright, so We could make it a little bit smaller, but I think 5 signal strength is kind of ideal for what we want to do here. So now the next challenge is to make it fit with this above it. Of course we can move that, but I really don't want to mess around with it too much. This is awesome. I love this solution. If this works, I'm going to be really happy. Because it's it's really good. Doesn't need much explaining, does it? Right, what I want to do is just move that all forward by 1. Kablam! Go over there. X, you'll have to detect a full signal strength with a tileable design, or the minecarts will set off adjacent ones. Mojo Beast, that's not true, because the minecart's chests will come in empty. Oh, and it reset that thing, fair enough. The minecart chest comes in empty, therefore it starts off on the smallest signal strength. I need a hopper as well, don't I? Right, so minecart chest comes in empty. It starts off on the smallest signal strength. The signal strength grows as the items go into it. Once the signal strength reaches this bit right here, it's not powering the one next to it, so the next one isn't going to be powered. And the immediate result is that this thing goes away immediately, so it works absolutely fine. And then it comes back empty. Even if it comes back with items, it can still fill up a little bit more. It shouldn't ever come back with items. This is fantastic. That appears to be it, the solution. After all of that kerfuffling around, as always, that being said though, we didn't realise this was possible. We did rule that out, which is why we ended up doing all of this. And without being able to detect it directly, that's why it all became so complicated. But now that we can detect it, that works just fine. Someone's throwing a pie. Right, so the next trick, and the reason that I've moved it forward, is because I want to make this thing compatible. So we can go here and go, you know, make that point into the one in front. That's fine. We can make the track pop up. I can do all of that. So then the chests would be replaced with droppers. That's fine. And now here's where the problem is. Our item filter is directly there. It's like literally there. And I don't think there's any solution other than to move all of this down more blocks, which I can do. It's not like really what I wanted to do, but I can move it all down, I guess. So is there anything else here that might be of importance? Don't think so. I think that's literally our design. It's about as small as it can be as well. I'm just wondering, here's an idea. Let's bring this back. I'm just wondering, this might be really clever way. I've got a feeling this, I'm onto something here. Okay, let's say we have, oh, you go there. We want this thing to face down. Not yet though. give me a second. I'm destroying everything I'm trying to build. I've not got the right stuff on my hotbar here. Right, we have our track coming in, and it points up, but it's actually the hopper that's there. Alright, now we need a minecart chest, and we also need that. Wait, I thought I was going to compact something here. Now I realise maybe I'm not. Well, either way, let's find out if... I'll tell you what, it's not going to work because it will detect the items in there. Ah, yeah. What is the bulk system storage system made for, says X Just a Noob X. Do you guys want to see what this is for? I tell you what, like this is a Plot World stream. I'm going to disconnect. For those of you that want to play on here, play.asumavoid.com. Otherwise, we're going to hop on to Hermitcraft quickly. Spoilers! Absolute spoilers! Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Let's go up here. There's spoilers everywhere at the moment. I'm going to have to like look down and you're still going to see things. Alright, you're getting a healthy dose of spoilers if I'm not careful. Oh, no, look over there. Look to that side. Oh god, don't look into that area. Oh, look to the left there. Oh, look behind me. I think there's just spoilers everywhere. So for everyone watching, this is my base on Hermitcraft. I do a series on YouTube in this place. There's more spoilers over there. This is the storage system. And if we press this button, you'll see what it is that I'm trying to rebuild. So I made a mistake, and this thing right here doesn't work. So this is my like super advanced storage system, by the way. I could explain. Do you know what? We need some torches in there. I've got torches on me, thank goodness. It's actually not well lit. Hi! Oh look, we got a pig in our base. Amazing. It's Romeo. He's come back. Or Ruben. If only they called that one Romeo, it would have been perfect. Anyway, so let me give you a brief overview of how our storage system works. The idea is we don't ever want to sort things into chests. So we put items into this chest right here. Input, they get picked up and put into our system. They come out on this side. This means these items don't have storage sorted out yet. At the moment, cobble and stone is just overflowing. Same for sand. We have this chest that smelts things. It goes down to a smelter, comes back up into this chest. So the items go through some mass sorting on this side, which is for these items. Then they go through all of these chests one by one, and these operate on a like, if there's space in the chest for them to go into, then they go in there. So the hoppers will try and point like, diorite will try and go into this chest, but there's no space for it. So by filling the chest up in its entirety, we create a filter system. So everything is sort of organised, and then it goes through another sorting system after, which has like string and bones, and some stuff is still being worked on. I should probably move that to its correct place. And apparently we've got loads of granite left over as well. Cool. So while it's doing that, it also goes through, first of all, this bit right here, and this is our mass storage for cobblestone, dirt, haven't configured that one yet, sand, stone, and dirt again? What's this one supposed to be? Netherrack is one of them. It needs sorting out. Anyway, it doesn't work at all, and this is what we're trying to fix. So the idea is that this thing is going to, with the minecarts, send them off on these little delivery tracks, and they go up to these bits, which sort them out and unload them into some big chest areas back here. And you can see it right here. So these ones are full of netherrack, like so. These ones here are full of dirt. Over on this side we have stone and sand, which is still being sorted out. That's all the stone that I have. Does that make sense? Any questions? Will 3DS says I compacted the design. I cannot wait to see that. That'd be amazing if you've done that. Almost 1k viewers. Awesome. That's amazing. It'd be brilliant if we hit 1k. To anyone asking in chat, this is the Hermitcraft server. It's a private server. IP address is not public. Assume it is directional. Please keep in mind the slanted detector rail is directional when tiled. They do not work in directions along the Z-axis. Oh man, you could be right. You could be right. That might be why it didn't work on here, because this is a different direction. We'll double test check that. I might end up rebuilding all of this facing a different direction then. So yeah, anyway, cobblestone is over on the far side of the room. The idea is they're the most common materials, so we want to bulk store them, and then that's the delivery system that filters them out and moves them to those chests. So we do it with minecarts. Items go in here, you know, I can do it right now, but I'm not going to, because if I log out, this thing can sort of get broken a little bit if you log out. But basically you chuck in the items. I can put in these ones though, they won't break anything. They go through the system, and then if they were cobblestone they would get put into here and sent off by the minecarts. Otherwise the diorite is going to make its way over to one of these ones. It's crazy, crazy stuff. Not many questions in chat. So I'll probably log back onto the plot world soon. Manhar says, my favourite song. I love this one too. This is I Dreamt of an Emerald Forest. Amazing song. How's your day been so far, says Duncan3242. It's been great, thanks for asking. What is the email for offers? I don't understand the question, Biox. Email for offers. Writing in big capital letters will get your message deleted by Nightbot, by the way, just so you know. X, what's your favourite scary movie? I love scary movies, even bad ones. I don't know why. I think they're great. And scary movies don't scare me anymore. I've watched too many of them. Alright, let's see. Oh, apparently we hit 1,000 viewers. That's absolutely epic. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the Redstone action. No one's asking questions about this right here, so we'll probably leave it at that. Yeah, this base is epic. I love my base here. I think it's coming together ever so well. I wish I had more time to work on it, but it's such a big project that anything you try and do takes forever because of the size of the base. But we'll get there with time. It's going to be amazing. So while we hit 1,000, I do just want to say, anyone who hasn't or isn't already following me on Twitch, feel free to do so. It'll be great if you do that. You get notified of when I go live. And of course, if you're watching here on Twitch and you don't know what I do, I primarily do YouTube, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel. If you like what you saw there over on Hermitcraft, that is my regular Let's Play series that I do. And yeah, let's come back to this then. X, why don't you use water streams? Because it feels like minecarts are a lot more flexible to work with. You put down a track, you take it directly to where you want to go. You don't have to build item elevators, you don't have to manage water streams or worry about items despawning. It just, minecart chests are the way to go for moving items. I really think they're great. How do you filter one space items? There is a way to do that. I don't know myself. I've seen people come up with ways, ones involving zombies picking up items. I don't know. It's there's a lot of ways, probably. I don't know. Someone out there would have done it. How long are you going to be on Twitch? Probably another half hour, I reckon. And I'm just looking at this and thinking... Oh, someone's pointing out Seth Bling did a similar storage system at the start of Minecraft last season about a year ago. Yeah, I heard about that. I think I even watched it myself. It's a very good way to do storage, I reckon. Right, so we probably want to test this, but I also want to test it on this system. So now that we're done here, I think we can say goodbye to this. Let's have a look at what's going on. Right, you... Oh, you can be a chest. Yeah. This can also point out in a different direction. Right, so we want this thing to fit here and take up as least space as possible. We're going to do that now by rebuilding this to match our new specifications. Then we can go onto the server and make it happen. Mr. Sikuru says, please watch my solution. I don't know where to watch it, but I'm streaming right now, so I can't really watch any videos. Oh, and we're flying. Cool, so we're going to point that forwards. And what's the earliest point? Right, so if we make it that chest and that hopper, then that's where the redstone happens. So droppers there, and it's what, like repeater on that block, redstone on that block, which gets powered by that torch. Not what we want. Not what we want at all. So if we came out by 2 blocks, it would still hit the next piece of redstone. We could possibly... Can we drop this down and bring it back up? Oh, I broke something over there. I saw it. Don't worry. So can that go down and back up again like that? I think it can. I think that works. Yeah, it does. Huh. So that way we would then avoid that piece of redstone if it were 1 block further forward, which it can be if we do the chests like this. Cool, I think we found it. Nice. X, what's the best way to get to look at redstone contraption? Tweet me one. You know, use a good clear screenshot. Don't take a screenshot at night time, do it in the day. Annotate it, color code it, you know, do all the things that make it easy to understand what someone's looking at. Because when you present something to someone else, they don't understand everything that you do. That's a good principle for tutorials as well. Okay. I think We'll get rid of all of that. And is that right? Would that be the shape? I think that's the shape. Let's get rid of all of it. Oh, damn it, I didn't want to get rid of that. That's part of the item filter. So this has to stay in the same place, really. And this is how we're going to modify it. So there's a nice big buffer for items there. There's also the dropper. And that's going to point forward, isn't it? Something like that. It's not actually going to be that much lower, is it? Not that much lower at all. MC Trollers XD says, I don't understand anything you're doing. Brilliant. That's Minecraft, I guess, sometimes. Well, that's Redstone Minecraft, isn't it? Okay. So, with our existing filter system, this appears to fit in if we build it in that position right there without causing any issues, I think. So let's put a comparator here. Oh, is that? Yeah, that's correct. Oh, we have to do a test as well. I completely forgot about that. Completely forgot. The test that might mean that this doesn't work anyway. Right, so that is it. And we can tile that quite easily. If I am to, first of all, get rid of everything back here. Because that's not part of the new design. Yep, that's good. Right, so what we'll do is get our World Edit Axe. Select the block here. Do it all the way up to, let's see, this block here. Yeah. And then clone. 4 times over. No, stack, not clone. Did I do something wrong? I think I did something wrong. From there to there, / stack 4 times. Bam, it did it. It also messed up some of the tracks. That's no surprise. Okay, that should work just fine. Then we've got to get those hoppers facing forwards. And that is it entirely tiled. We just need to do the chest on top and it's finished. Let's get ourselves a chest, a trap chest. One there, one here. Kablam, it's done. That is the entire thing. This thing can go away because it's in our way. Cool, that's how it's going to look now. That's awesome. Job well done. We need to test it though, that it works in the other direction. Which you're going to hate if it doesn't work. I'm going to cry. I'm going to get all miserable. Going to get very miserable. What do we need to do this test? We need detector rails. We need something pointing down. Actually, we just need a block. Need to remove that, put a comparator there. Let's see if this works. Minecart chest. No, it works. Look, it works in the other direction. Oh, amazing. Okay, I'm happy now. That's it. We've done it. We can rebuild that on Hermitcraft sometime, and it'll be great. And it only goes down by 1 block as well, so it's going to fit into the exact same space. That is so awesome. To all of you asking, this is for a bulk storage system in my base. What is your favourite base on Hermitcraft? Mine! I love my base. I know what you're asking though. Anyone else's base, I've got to say Tangos and Impulses, like where that's going, always sort of jumps out at me as being a really terrific one. And Zul'jin's as well. I love Zul'jin's base. Asuma, why do you wear some sort of space helmet in your skin? Because I am Doom Guy. Do you not recognise me from Doom? Yes, that's right, that's what my skin's based off of. Littlest Enderman waves. I'm waving back, if I could wave. Hey look, it's Asuma Void with an O. Clever. Enjoy your new blah 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 blah. Enjoy your new username. There we go, got there in the end. Biffers Teapot says, we want Karalis back. Karalis is back. He came back a while ago. He's been making lots of videos. Wacky Viking says, I played Doom more than I care to admit. Yes, same here. I've played too much Doom. Way too much Doom. 99% of here have never heard or seen of Doom. That is horribly disappointing, Omega. That is the best, or one of the best games ever. Cool, so eventually we got to it. We did what we wanted to do, and I'm now wondering if there's any other little bits of redstone I want to do. I can't really think of anything like small that's worth doing. And to think, we spent like an hour and a half and that's all that needed changing, those blocks right there. Let's knock that one off the list. So we've got 3 left. A flush anvil reloader and a minecart chest swapper. Also a bed and a dud. Yeah, if someone sleeps in a bed, you might be able to update it with a dud, I think, was something I wanted to look into. Flush anvil reloader. That was a suggestion we got. Let's see if we can do something fun with that idea. Where's an anvil? I've never really messed around with this too much. But the idea is pretty straightforward. If we know what the idea is, I think we want something like that. I'll tell you what, for now, let's just see what happens when we... Oh! But no up. Huh, I didn't know that. Right, so first problem first. I guess... Oh, how are we going to do that? If there's a block... There's a block here, and we have the anvil on that, then when we push this across... Right, so what if there's already power here? No? Huh. That's interesting. Maybe then what you have to do is push the anvil onto the slime block from another bit. Let's get ourselves a furnace, which can't be moved by the slime blocks. Wacky Viking says, Minecraft myth busting, live edition. Almost is, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to have our anvil here. And as we're moving it across, we want to extend this one. Let's put in some redstone. Put down our redstone block. No. What about... Oh, we've already got a repeater. Okay, let's see what happens now. No. Oh wait, can pistons just not move anvils? Why did I think they could move anvils then? Huh. Okay, pistons don't move anvils. That took me a while. There's got to... I thought... I could have swore anvils were pushable though. Can we not... what if this thing is already powered? And can we push it while it's falling? Is that a thing? Aha! While it's falling you can. Okay, so let's say this thing starts off inverted. That we don't want to extend. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Just get rid of that minecart chest. Right, so that's going to turn on when that goes up, right? I didn't do that correct at all. No, that's not what I wanted to happen. Right, so we want that to be on by default. Let's take a step back here. Let's put a torch pointing into it. Let's get ourselves something like this going. Actually, let's put it that way round. We need a block on top of that bit, and then we need a button over here. Oh, did that not? Okay, it needs longer tick. There you go. Where's the anvil? So now that we push it across, that's good. But then somewhere in there we need this thing to be activated. So I think it's just after this thing we need another delay. Like that, maybe? Oh, it's already there. Where did it go? Did it go up? Did it go... What? Oh! No, that looked like it went up. What? What happened there? Let's move this wire out a little bit further so we can see it from over here. Let's also get a few of these lined up. I don't know what happened there. Right, this time do we get to see it? No. Well, we've made an Anvil disappearer. Oh, we did it! Oh, and it breaks! It breaks. Let's see if we can stack them this time. Yep, you can stack them. Cool. So then what you need is some other block up above. For now, let's not worry too much about storing the anvils as such. That's on by... Wait, when do we want this thing to retract? Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. That will retract it for a short amount of time. Too short. Yeah, too short. So we want like the same signal but shorter length? Or a delay? I don't know. Let's put a 4 tick. Actually, let's put a 3 tick in there so it's the same as the slime block one. Press the button. That failed. Also, it needs to be like this. Let's put it on that one then. Right, let's try again. So this is the ground up the top. Hey! Hey! We did it! That works nicely. It breaks when it lands though, so that might be an issue. I wonder if it falls less of a distance, does that make a difference? Or has it already travelled too high up? Didn't break! Excellent! We learned something. Alright. We're learning something. Okay, cool. So we want it to go higher up than this thing. That's kind of alright, because then it means we can stack a load of anvils down here. So let's say we bring it up to around here. That looked like the peak of its height. Then we want to do this. Put loads of anvils here. And then with the same timing, we'll probably need to adjust the timing now that it's going all the way up. What's going to be the best way with slabs? Let's get some slabs on here. And we're just going to go back and forth. Oh, I did it the wrong bit. Oh well. Like that. Yep, that'll work just fine. Okay, so the redstone can travel up that little bit right here. And then somewhere here we need it to go through a delay. And also be inverted. So a 3 tick delay and an inversion. How are we going to fit that in here? Maybe... Huh. I'm not sure is the answer. Three tick delay and a redstone torch. That's all we need. Let's work our way backwards. So that's going to block that off. That can actually be a slab. I think it's probably not going to be too elegant. Wait a minute. I think the problem is, yeah, it's not going to be too elegant. So let's not try and make it, you know, crazy elegant. Let's just make it work and come back to that in a bit. So We want free delay like that. This should do just fine. Redstone torch there. Yep, that. Not great, but it should work. Let's see what happens. We've got the anvils. They can be on the one below. That is all now redundant. Ha! Timing issue. Okay, let's see what the timing issue is. Well, that was way too quick. Let's move this out a bit further back. Looked like it needed a fair bit of time. It was glitchy, but it landed up top. Oh, we got a noise in my ear from the littlest Enderman saying, "It's been a while. Glad to be able to make it to a stream again." Awesome, welcome back, buddy. It has been a while. And welcome back. Hope you've enjoyed us doing some redstoning today. Thank you so much for the donation. Do appreciate it. I think the other thing we want to do here now is change up the design a little bit and do this. No, wait. Yes, do this. Ha! Challenge has been taken to the next level now. Actually, there's one more thing I want to see here. Right, it looks like it could possibly go one block higher. I think. Let's try that. Before we get too into this. Can you go to this height here? I needed that there. Where's our anvils at? Let's stack them back up again. This is an awesome contraption. Oh, yes, it works. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that piston that we have there and the block we have at the same height. Right, except it's going to be powered, so it's going to be out by 1. And we're going to put a piston here, here, and here. Right, and then remove that one. So it's a case of... I think this works. Right, what happens when we... Oh, it's powered by that. Why doesn't it... Does it need one more, or is it me... No. It's supposed to be done the other way around. That's how we're going to do this. How about that? That's oh, do you know what? It means less space here for anvils, but sod it. It's too cool. It's too cool not to be done. Right, so we're going to repeat the redstone we did over there. Put it back over here. Our timing, I think, was 7, but we can just figure it out again. Right, so we want blocks like this. Repeater on 2 ticks. It needs to be powered by default. So somewhere here we have our delay, and then it gets inverted. So redstone comes... Actually, no, the redstone... Mashing it up now. Oh, dear. Right, redstone comes up to that height. We'll rewire. In fact, Oh, if I could talk today. We'll rewire it right now with some torches, because they add delay. And then it arrives here, possibly at the correct height. And... that's not quite what we want. We put a delay there. What we really want, I think... I'm not sure. See if we put a piece of... Oh, we can loop it over like that. Ha! That might work. That might work. Let's find out. Let's press the magic button. Nothing. Why did the signal not get transferred up? Oh, that has to be... Yeah, okay. No? Why you no get transferred? Also, let's remove that. I don't know what's happening. I think the server's... What? Okay, let's try that again. Right, that timing there doesn't work by the looks of it. I think as well what we're going to do is go back to what we were trying to do before, except we're going to have redstone there, so a block of that height. So that's the way that our things will come up. Okay, so redstone going all the way upwards, and then you reach this little dead end. So we'll go off to the side and around like this. We also need it to be inverted here somewhere. What's the best way to do that? Where are we going to invert this? Maybe the starting bit, except we just had a bit of trouble with that. So if that's actually a full block, then it's inverted. Cool. Oh, I know what the problem is. A bit of redstone missing. Right. Redstone blinked. It's the delays with the repeater, I think, is the issue. It's not going to be long enough. Right, so we can't use a torch because of the way repeaters work. I think we need our delay to be before the inversion, basically. So let's say we go back to... Oh. Placing slabs can be really annoying sometimes. So we go back to doing it like this. The signal makes its way up. Let's make use of this space here. We can put a delay there and a delay here. Let's put 4 and 4 just for the sake of testing. Signal comes up, and then it just needs to be a torch. Right, let's see how that works. Right, we get the timing right on that. That should be it. It might not be right from the get-go, but here we go. Anvil flush launcher thingy majiggy. Nope, too little. Let's take some delay off. Oh, that. Oh yeah, of course. Let's try again. I don't even know what happened there. I don't even know. Let's put that one on 1 as well. Right, and no anvil means it doesn't work. Ah. I think the delay now isn't necessary, it seems. Ugh, fallen down. Let's try that then. Or maybe it's not just the delay, maybe it's the amount of time that thing is retracted for. Yeah. So it retracted at the right time, but it doesn't stay extended for long enough, which means it's a signal strength thing. And I'm not sure how we're going to do that, but I think what we might try... Can that go to there? No, it blocks it off. Oh, I'm not sure. This is getting tricky now. Let's see. To make this signal strength longer, which we could do if we had a repeater to break the signal, and then a block. Ah, this is running out of space. We need to make like a little signal extender. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this off very easily. There's probably smarter and elegant ways of doing this, but what we'll do is bring that out to here. Let's just get it working for now, compact it later. And like this, that should extend the duration by several ticks. Ha, except except it didn't. I know exactly why. Okay, that time it worked. It was a timing thing. So let's try it again. Everything should be okay. No, I think... Oh, and then it landed! What was that magic about? Let's try this again. What was all that magic about? That was really odd. I think this is lag. I think there's too many people on. Also, it can juggle the anvils, which is pretty impressive. I like this. This is like an anvil delivery system. That is really, really cool, and it can be flush. You can have like whatever you want going on here. Granite, everyone's favourite building block. And it can come out like that. So the only thing you'd need now is like a little button up the top and send the signal down instead of up. And then it'd be good to go. How is that? How is that, everyone? We did it! I got a challenge to make something with anvils, and I did! I made something with anvils. I'm not sure if it's exactly... Oh. Now it doesn't work! That could be because of these blocks, actually. It might have something to do with it. Let's find out. Oh, okay. Looks like I got some work to do then. But there we go, anvil juggling. And I think we're going to wrap things up for today. It's been terrific. Had a really good time. Be sure to click the follow button if you haven't done already here on Twitch. And if you're watching me on Twitch and don't know about YouTube, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. I'll put it on the screen in a second because that's going to be it. So thank you to everyone who followed. Thank you to everyone who left a donation, who clicked the follow button. And thank you for everyone for coming along and watching. That's going to be it from me this stream. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.